Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and recap the Twitter trade that I'm still holding. I did close 2 of the 4 contracts today, up about 90%, and how we closed today was up about 98%. So an awesome trade, almost a back-to-back 100% plus trade here on the channel. We do have to remember that the market is not going to just move up over and over again day after day and be this forgiving on the swing trades. On Square and on Twitter, we really did not see any drawdown on the swing trades. We were just green the entire time. So it's been easy. It's been some really nice trades, but of course we have to know there's going to be times in the future where these swing trades are going to turn red, where we have to sit through them, stay patient, and trust the technicals. But it is pretty clear that the tech sector is heating up. We're moving higher. The NASDAQ bounced off the 100-day like we've been talking about on this channel if you watch the Sunday technical analysis videos. And the tech sector definitely is continuing. So I'm continuing to hold Twitter. I have 2 contracts left. I'm going to walk you through it today, go over the technicals, go over the position, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So before we jump into this video, if you took Square with me, or even if you're in this Twitter trade, please press that like button for me. It'll really help out the video and the channel. Subscribe to the channel for some future videos, and press the bell notification so you know every single time that I post on this channel. So whether you're part of the Discord chat, you're subscribed to the Options Insider newsletter, or if you just watched my videos and follow me on Instagram, this Twitter trade was all over all of those platforms. So congratulations to anyone out there that took this with me. I'm personally up just about 100% on this trade. If you took it a little bit after me, then you should be up double digits, maybe 20, 30, 40, 50%. So congratulations. Also, depending on which contract you got. Twitter still looks extremely bullish. The technicals are still very strong. Every single day it makes higher highs, higher lows, making some really strong support areas. So let's go ahead and talk about that in today's video. Break it down. I'll show you my position and talk about some of the plans that I have moving forward. Also, if you stick around towards the end of the video, I have another swing trade that I just entered today that I will go ahead and share with you. You don't see it on the title. You don't see it in the thumbnail, because I want to see if anyone actually watches this video to the end. So if you do, you can go ahead and see the swing trade that I'm currently holding. All right, guys, so we have the Twitter daily chart up. You can see this is a fresh canvas. For anyone that missed my previous video that did not see the technicals that I did, I'll go ahead and quickly go over it. If you want to get a more in-depth, detailed video on the technicals that I did, make sure to check my video from Tuesday. So here is Twitter's daily chart, and this is how I found the trade. I just looked at the daily chart. That's the only time frame that I looked at to find this trade. Looking back, looking at long-term trends that historically will attempt to hold. If history repeats itself, then you can go ahead and take some trades off of it. So number one, we see that gap up. Where did we find support on Twitter? On the 24th and 25th or 26th of March, we found it right where that gap up started. So I went ahead and I drew this line around $60 a share. So you can bring it down to 60. It's a range, right? So it's not just a single dollar point. So I like to call it a little bit of a support range, or you can call it a demand zone. So that demand zone was definitely strong here at $60 a share. We had a very strong bounce off it right here. 2 days, very bullish candles. And what did we do? We broke right above this downward trending channel. So right here, we had that downtrend, and when we broke above it on the 5th of March, I was watching for it, and on the 6th of the 6th of April, I went ahead and opened that trade. So you guys saw I made a video when I opened this trade on the 6th of April. You saw it in the Discord chat, the Options Insider newsletter, as well as on the Instagram, and I got into it right here on this green candle. The reason I got into it, number one, was the strong support at 60. Number two was the breakout of this downtrend. And number three was that we had it holding the 50-day moving average, which is this yellow line right here. And when we broke above the 20-day, that was my entry. So I was waiting to see if we would break above the 20-day moving average on that Tuesday. In the morning, when we broke above it on Tuesday, I saw it break the 20-day, and I got into the position. From that point, we have seen nothing but upside, and it's looking extremely strong. My first price target was $70 a share, and I stuck to that rule and sold 2 of my 4 contracts today. I'll pop up the screenshots for you to see right now. I sold 2 of my 4 contracts when we went over $70 a share today on Thursday. So right here, the reason my first price target was 70 was because I was expecting some resistance around this previous high, this zone right here. So we have this zone, we have this previous high from around 16th of March, and I was expecting for us to have some resistance. We did temporarily, but we ended up pulling through it, and that's why I continue to hold 2 contracts. So at this point, selling these contracts almost up 100%, I really is just a free trade at this point because I'm basically locking in those profits, locking in my original investment, and all that, all that's left from this point is for me to lose profit. So really a free trade at this point, up 100%. I'm going to continue to let this roll, let this get to my next price target, which is $75 a share. The reason it's 75 is because we have this strong resistance right here at $75, and I'm expecting us to try to reach that point and find some resistance. Now, I don't think Twitter is just going to go straight to 75 in the next few days. We could see some chop here. We could see a turn back to this 20-day or 50-day. That's fine. I'm okay with that. That's why I have May contracts and I have time on these contracts. If we have a little bit of a drawdown, that's perfectly fine because my May contracts will still have time until expiration. Of course, if we hit that 75 in a week or 2 weeks, that would be great, and I'll make sure to lock in my profits. So that's Twitter. Here's the long-term trend. I'm going to pull up the short-term trend for you guys so you can see what I've been watching the last few days. So on Tuesday, I got into this position. We had a nice little consolidation day the rest of the day when I was in this position. The next day, what I really liked, what I was pointing out to my Discord chat, was that we held the previous day's high right here on Wednesday. So look at this. You had a high at Tuesday. The next day, we broke through that high. And where did we find support intraday on Wednesday? Right at that previous high. Beautiful support, previous resistance turning into support, bouncing off of it, and moving higher. The next level, $70. We had resistance there on Wednesday. And in the pre-market, we broke through it. In the morning, we broke through that. And then we saw a little bit of resistance. Where did we find support? Right around this important level from Wednesday. So we had this really strong resistance level on Wednesday. When we broke through it, we found support right back at it on Thursday. So we found support there and bounced off of it, breaking new highs and moving up higher to around 71.35 here in the after hours. So a really nice move here, pretty textbook uptrend that we're seeing right now. Very happy what's going on right now. The reason I haven't sold all of my position is because there is no reason to right now. We're still very bullish. I'm staying patient. I'm sticking to my price target rules. If it falls below the 50-day, I'll take my stop loss. If we continue to grind higher, I will continue to hold my contracts. Very simple, very cut and dry, very systematic, and that's what I want to stick to here on this swing trade. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you can see how I found this trade using the daily chart, using the moving averages. Really all I did was watch this downtrend, waited for us to break above it, saw that we could hold the 50-day, and I got in on that 20-day moving average break. So that's the trade. Stay tuned on the YouTube channel, or you can follow me on Instagram. If you want to get my trades real time, check out the Discord chat. It'll be the first link in the description below. All right, guys, so if you're sticking around towards the end of the video, here is my next swing trade. This is on Stitch Fix. This is a starter position. I'll pop it up on the screen. You can see it's very small, just about $200. So just a starter position. If this looks more bullish, I will add to it. I'm not 100% confident on the trade right now, but I think it was good enough to take this starter. So here's Stitch Fix. The first thing that I see is that we are over 60% off the highs. So if we take it from today to the highs, that's about 55%. So almost 60% off the highs here. Crazy discount here on Stitch Fix. If it's for a good reason, maybe it is. Even if it is, I still think we'll get a technical bounce at this level. Now, the next thing, you can see this gap up here back in December. Big gap up to around $48 a share, about $50 a share. Where did we find support at it? Right here, we found support. We did dip under, but we found support again, and now we are moving higher. So I think this whole zone right here, you can probably make this a little bit bigger. This whole zone right here is support, it's demand, and I think it will hold on Stitch Fix. So I'm looking for Stitch Fix to hold above this demand zone. I got into it today, so right when it goes above this 20-day moving average that you guys can see on the screen. So the blue line is the 20-day, and I saw that we were able to hold that 20-day today, and that's why I went ahead and I got into it. My first price target on this move is about $55 a share. That is because we have these previous lows here that I think will act as resistance on Stitch Fix. Right here is my first price target, around $55 a share. If we move through that resistance, I think number 2 is $60 a share. We will find resistance here where this gap sort of occurred. You can see we had this gap down, we moved back into it. 100-day moving average, really strong resistance right at the 100-day. So I am expecting $60 to be resistance as well. If we push all the way through that, then maybe we can try to start filling this gap. So back up to around this $69, $70. So we'll see what happens. This is a starter position. It's a trade idea for you guys to look at. Of course, do your due diligence. This could be a loser. I could lose my $200. That is 100% possible. But right here, I really like this demand zone that we're finding. I like this early trade, this early entry here on the 20-day moving average. If we can find some bullishness, if the tech sector can continue to be good, if the market can continue to find a bounce, then I think Stitch Fix will move up higher as well. So hopefully you guys like this one. Do your due diligence, like I said, and see if this is something that you want to trade. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you're enjoying these swing trade type videos where I go over the swing trades, even recommending these trades before I take them. So hopefully you're enjoying that. Very similar to my Sunday technical analysis where we recommend some trades for the coming week. One of them was PayPal, and PayPal is looking great as well. I'm really enjoying this strategy. Low maintenance type trades, finding good setups on the daily, on the 4-hour, taking contracts with time, not having to manage these positions minute by minute. It's much more enjoyable. Even though I do love scalping and I love the quick wins, these swing trades, high percentage point gains, low maintenance is something that I'm really trying to focus on. So if you want to learn more about it, stay tuned to the channel. Check out my last 2 videos on Square as well as on Twitter. These were both very similar setups. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel for some future videos. Press the bell notification so you know every single time that I post. Hope to see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Peace.